To schedule the HVAC for today?
How was I supposed to know we were going to be recording? I didn't...
Light.
Solid first impression. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to Box News.
The only news station that keeps you squared away.
My name is Jeff Stevenson.
And I'm Steve Jefferson.
And we're here to bring you the type of news that most other stations won't provide you. Our first story of the evening. The Tsukuba Express line in Japan has issued an apology after one of their trains left a crisp 20 seconds earlier than scheduled. You see, in Japan, everything is set up to be a certain way and a very, very efficient system. And however, this train was scheduled to leave at a crisp hour of 9 hours and 44 minutes and 40 seconds. However, this train left at a blasphemous hour of 9 hours, 45 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, let's be honest. It's not the only thing coming quickly and leaving early in Japan. Let me hide my Waifu folder here really quickly. But you see, things in Japan, they work so smoothly. Everything is such efficiently to the point where they even have lines on these stations where the doors are going to open up on these trains. And I only wish that this efficiency and this establishment can then be translated into the manga system. I will not stand for Hunter x Hunter to be in any type of hiatus again. I swear to God, if it is, I'm just... What? Moving on to our second story of the night. Steve?
Thank you, Jeff. Our second story this evening comes to us from the United Kingdom, our good friends across the pond. Greggs, a popular bakery chain with over 1,700 locations across Britain, has been forced to issue an apology for one of their advertisements this winter because they replaced the baby Jesus in a nativity scene with one of their delicious sausage rolls. Now, the chain has used several images this winter, two of which were not offensive, and the third one, the PR department fell asleep. The first image was Santa Claus with crumbs in his beard, indicating that he just ate something from the bakery. And the second image was a storefront of a Greggs inside a snow globe. After that, the PR department decided to take a lunch hour. And while they were on that lunch hour, someone decided to make the third advertisement a nativity scene. In this nativity scene, everything was fine and dandy until one looked inside the manger. Inside this manger was not the baby Jesus, like everyone would expect, but instead was a sausage roll the size of a child. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know how the hell this got through anyone's censors. Replacing a Jew with pork is like replacing your vegan cousin with a chicken wing at your family reunion photograph. It's just not something you do. Greggs has since issued an apology saying, "We didn't mean to cause any offense. This was not our intention," which is a flimsier apology than any celebrity in 2017 saying, "No, I didn't." Back to you, Jeff.
Now, the next part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, is normally where we would have a correspondent reach out to us, or we would reach out to them, to talk about a really big story, our top story for the evening. However, unfortunately, Numbnuts here decided to schedule the HVAC for right now, so we don't currently have our studio. Therefore, we couldn't reach a correspondent even if we wanted to. So, therefore, we have a backup plan, and we may be using this backup plan going into the future, and that is called Today's Rant. Now, I'm sure everyone at some point in time in their college lifestyle has played the game Cards Against Humanity. It's a card game that even the most sensitive of snowflakes can play and be offended in a very safe space or not safe space, depending on where you choose to play it at. And I've had a very special place in Cards Against Humanity. Those of you that have been a fan of the channel for a while have probably seen our videos playing the online version. However, you see, Cards Against Humanity has decided to step their game up. And Cards Against Humanity has attacked the Donald. That's right, the Donald Trump, President Trump. You see, Cards Against Humanity, in an excerpt that they posted on their website, We've purchased a plot of vacant land on the border of America and Mexico and retained a law firm specializing in eminent domain to make it as time-consuming and expensive as possible for the wall to be built. You all heard that correctly. Cards Against Humanity has purchased a plot of land to restrict Donald Trump from building his border wall. Now, a lot of people are saying that this seems very uncharacteristic of Cards Against Humanity, a card game that specializes in offensive humor. They're going to go up against the Donald? Now, you see, this is not the only antic that Cards Against Humanity has ever had. This is the same company that, with the help of us adoring fans, raised up $100,000 to dig a hole. This is also the same company that allows you to send feces to your enemies, as well as the same company that holds a very special place in my heart. They have allowed me to go through all my most favorite insults and allow my friends to go suckle on a bag of dicks. However, there's another thing on here that you fans of Cards Against Humanity can actually take advantage of. You see, the company has stated that they will request $15 donations that'll go towards the upkeep of this land. Those $15 donations, and those donators that do so, will receive 6 American saving surprises as they report them on the website, right to your very doorstep. Of course, Trump supporters might want to set this one out. And while they have not revealed the location of this land, they have stated that any donator who donates that $15 donation will receive a located map, detailed map, locating exactly where that land is. So therefore, I, being an adoring Cards Against Humanity fan, am going to reveal to you all exactly the location of this land. I have already preloaded up here the exact website to donate the $15. And just like that, it is done. Holy shit. Steve.
Yes, Jeff? Oh my God.
It's located!
I'm so glad we were able to tell you all this information.
That's groundbreaking. Well, that's it for today's rants, everybody. Moving on to the last topic of discussion, the lightning round. Now, during the lightning round, I'm going to read out a series of news articles, and me and Steve here are going to give a comment on them. Moving on to the first story. You ready, Steve?
I am ready, Jeff.
Let's do this. Our first story this evening. The Navy turns out to be responsible for the giant phallus that was flown over Okanagan. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's a penis.
Said the Army, we always knew those guys were dicks.
Story number 2. Man finds car 20 years after forgetting where he parked it. Now that right there is definitely something I would do, and the reason you kids should never do drugs.
On a side note, please remember to donate to Alzheimer's cure research.
Together we can find a cure. Study finds gobbling down food leads to obesity, heart disease, and stroke. And next week we'll let you know that water is indeed wet and grass is indeed green.
I'm filing that one under the you don't say desk.
Hawaii psychiatric patient says he's surprised that his escape actually succeeded. That escape composed of him walking out the front door. Now you see, kids, crazy does not always mean stupid.
And remember, sometimes the easiest choice is indeed the best choice.
And our final story of the evening, Aldi recalls packets of peanuts because they turned out to contain nuts. Now, in the essence of full disclosure, peanuts are not technically nuts. They're legumes, and I'm a blast at parties.
It's 2017, people. At this point, it's natural selection.
And that is the end of the lightning round.
And the end of tonight's program.
Do you realize that babies are not dishwasher safe?
I'll tell you something. I know now.
That's right, and so do you. We will see you all next time.